Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? El día de hoy les traemos un video para que puedan practicar. Hemos colocado solo los subtítulos de las preguntas, pero no estamos poniendo las respuestas. Ahora tenemos otro video muy parecido a este, en el cual sí colocamos las respuestas en audio y también en pantalla. Voy a dejar ese video en la descripción, pero la finalidad de este video es que tú practiques. Trata de ignorar lo más que puedas los subtítulos. Los hemos puesto simplemente para que tú te des una idea si de repente no entiendes algo, pero la finalidad de esta práctica es que tú escuches sin subtítulos y que puedas responder en voz alta también. Es muy importante que practiques en responder en voz alta para que el día de la entrevista no te falle tu pronunciación y tu reacción ante las preguntas. Si de repente necesitas más ayuda para prepararte, recuerda que tenemos un curso en línea en el cual te llevamos paso por paso. No importa tu nivel de inglés, lo puedes estudiar a tu propio horario y a tu propio ritmo. Son más de 50 clases. Vas a poder descargar material de apoyo que consta de las transcripciones y traducciones de lo que se te está enseñando en la clase. También podrás descargar audios para aquellas personas que solo les gusta prepararse con los audios. Te daremos un número directo para que nos envíes tus preguntas, tus dudas, los cuales estaremos respondiendo en su totalidad. Entonces ya sabes, si quieres tener una preparación mejor organizada, no sabes por dónde comenzar, batallas mucho con esto de la ciudadanía, tenemos nuestro curso que puedes adquirir en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. Muy bien, vamos ahora a la práctica del día de hoy. Mucha suerte. Hello, my name is Officer Guzman, and today I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. The interview is something simple. I'm just going to ask you basic questions. You have to answer them. My first question to you is, do you understand and speak English? Okay, then we're not going to have any problems. Do you have any questions for me before we begin? Okay, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can put your hand down. Let me ask you something. Why do you want to become a U.S. citizen? What is something that you like about this country? Is there something you don't like about this country? Let me ask you this. When did you submit your application for the citizenship? When did you send in your application? Okay. And who filled up the application? Did you did it yourself? Okay. Do you understand what an oath is? What is an oath? Can you tell me why it's important to tell the truth? Thank you. Can I see your permanent resident card, your passport, and an ID? Thank you. Today I'm having a little bit of problems with my system. Please be patient with me. What is your full legal name? Have you used a different name? Would you like to change your name? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined into a mental institution? Do you understand what a legally incompetent person is? What is legally incompetent? Great. Do you now owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Have you ever not filed your federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident? Tell me, when was the last time that you filed your taxes? Okay, and this last time that you filed your taxes, did you have to pay taxes or you received a refund? Okay, when you file your taxes, do you file your taxes jointly or separate? Okay. Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident? What are the last four of the social security number? And where were you born? Were you ever a member, or did you ever serve, help, or otherwise participate with any of the following groups? I'm going to give you the whole groups and you just answer no or yes at the end, okay? Military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilant unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization. No to all of them? Okay. Before we continue, can you please explain to me what a guerrilla group is? Okay. And what is a militia? Great. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following? Prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? No? You never work, never volunteer in none of these places. Okay? Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, organization to use weapons against any person or threaten to do so? Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person, or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Do you have any children? Are your children U.S. citizens? Are either your parents U.S. citizens? Were your parents married before your 18th birthday? Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Why not? Okay. Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? When was the last time that you'd vote in the United States? Do you now have, or do you ever had inheritance title in order of nobility from any foreign country? And what is your current address? How long have you been living at this address? Okay. What was your previous address? Have you ever been a heavy tool or drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute, procuring anyone for prostitution, sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics, married to more than one person at the same time, married to someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit, help anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally, gamble illegally or receive income from illegal gambling, fail to support your dependents or pay alimony, made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States. Have you ever given a U.S. government official any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission into the United States? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? What is deported or deportation? Okay. Have you ever been ordered, removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? What is excluded? What does it mean to be excluded from the United States? Okay. Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you? And what is your date of birth? What is your phone number? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or another location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or any way associate, either directly or indirectly, with the Communist Party, with any other totalitarian party, with a terrorist organization? No. Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Okay, before we continue, can you please explain to me what communism is? Okay. Did you persecute any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way with the Nazi government of Germany? Okay. And what do you do for a living? Yeah, what kind of job do you have? And how long have you been working there? What do you do in your job? And what do you do back in your home country? Do you used to go to school? What do you do for a living in your home country? Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help in armed force or group? Have you ever committed, assisted, and committed or attempt to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? What is a crime? Do you understand also what arrested is? Did you ever committed a crime back in your country of origin? Were you ever arrested back in your country of origin? Okay. Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? What is cited? Okay. Have you ever been charged with committed, attempting to commit, or assisted in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? And how are you able to become a permanent resident? How are you able to apply to become a permanent resident? Okay. And what is your current marriage status? How many times have you been married? Okay. What is your spouse's name? Can you please spell the name for me? Okay. Have you ever been placed in a return sentencing or rehabilitate program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, being placed in probation, or being paroled? Have you ever been in jail or prison? How about in your country of origin? No? When was the last time that you traveled to your home country? Okay. And what was the purpose of that visit? And how many days were you in your home country in this trip? Okay, perfect. When was the last time that you traveled out of the United States? Okay. And in the last 5 years, how many times have you traveled out of the United States? In any of these trips, do you spend more than 6 months in a year? Okay. Are you planning on traveling anytime soon? Okay, great. And, were you ever involved in any way with genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relation, not letting someone practice his or her religion? No to all of this? Okay. Do you understand what genocide is? Can you please explain to me what genocide is? Thank you. Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who live in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthday? Now let's do the writing and reading test. Can you please read the following sentence? Great. Now, can you please write the following sentence? The United States has 50 states. The United States has 50 states. Great. The United States has 50 states. Congratulations. You also approved your reading and writing test. Okay, now we're going to do the civic test. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. You have to answer correct at least 6 of them. Okay, first question. What does the president's cabinet do? Okay, who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? Okay, what do we show loyalty when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? What did Susan B. Anthony do? Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Okay, name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States. Okay, what is an amendment? What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? And the last one, name one state that borders Canada. Okay, you did great. Congratulations, you approved your civic test. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is the Constitution? And what is the form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? What is to bear arms? Okay, if the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combat services in the U.S. Armed Forces? What kind of non-combat services are you willing to perform for the U.S. Armed Forces? Can you please give me an example? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Okay, can you please give me an example? What kind of work of national importance you can perform under civilian directions? Give me an example. Okay, thank you. Can you please review all the information is correct in the screen? You will need to press the pink symbol on the screen to be able to sign. If everything is correct, please sign and print your name. Thank you. I will recommend your interview as approved. The only step that is left to do is to do your oath ceremony. Remember, you're not a U.S. citizen until you do the oath ceremony and get your certificate. But anyway, congratulations, you approved your citizenship interview. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te fue con la práctica? Deja en los comentarios si pudiste contestar todo, si algo te falla todavía. Recuerda ayudarnos con un like para que este video le llegue a más personas. No se te olvide suscribirte para que no te pierdas ningún video. Y si tienes tu entrevista esta semana, te deseo toda la suerte del mundo. Y si no tienes tu entrevista aún, recuerda, sigamos trabajando juntos para que llegues lo mejor preparado posible. Nos vemos en el próximo video. Chao.